Today I'm going to show you how to make a temporary Christmas commode. Well, hello there, Andy Mann here. Nice to see you again after all this time. Now my dad is let out of the home for the day on Christmas Day, and because of his condition he needs to be very, very close to a toilet. Now the homes will actually lend you a commode, but today I'm going to show you how to make a temporary commode with perhaps your own sort of chairs that you've got. I'm going to show you how to make a temporary commode. You can return it back to its normal chair when you've finished with it. So let's have a look at this. Now what I've done, I've taken one of my bar stools. You may well remember I used one of these in an earlier film which showed you how to extend the legs to make it into a bar stool. So that's the stool. That is the top, which is a perfect fit, which I've removed. I've taken the top off. I've used that top, and I've done all of this really before starting to make the film, so that we can all sort of get an idea and we don't take too much time showing you exactly what has happened. So what I've done here, I've taken a piece of insulation, which is quite thick and very, very strong. And what I've done is take the top of the bar stool as the template, and I've cut exactly to measure the piece of wood, the insulation, and thus I have preformed the hole. So that's as far as we've gotten so far. So now we have the bucket and we have the preformed, well, as you may say, the top of the toilet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass the bucket through the preformed hole, which I've already made, by doing it like that and just pressing it down. As you can see, there we are. A closer look. That's a perfect fit, and because this is highly strengthy material, it supports itself. So I'm going to place it now on top of the bar stool. So there we have it, a temporary commode which has cost me virtually pennies to make. You can throw it away when you've finished with it, and hopefully it may not be used. So there we are, a temporary commode, which I hope my father won't have to use on Christmas Day, but we can all rest assured that we can all sit around the table with him, and should he need to use it, he can use it with great confidence, because it's a temporary commode and it will be returned at the end of the day back to using as a normal bar stool. So there we are. And the beauty of it is, when you've finished it at the end of the day and Dad's gone back to the home, you can simply take it out of its, there we are, and we're back to the bar stool, and simply put the top back on, cleaning it all up should it have been used, top back on, screw it in from underneath, and your stool is returned as it was when it first started. So I'm going to try it out now. There's the Christmas table, so I'm going to have a look and see what happens. So my father will insist on sitting at the head of the table, so I'm going to try it out. All right, Dad? All right, Dad? So I hope you found that the making of a temporary commode has been quite useful to you in order to save money at a very expensive time for us. I hope not too many of you find yourself in the same situation that I find myself in, with my father coming from the home with toilet troubles. I hope the temporary commode won't have to be used, but it's there should it need to be. It means my dad can sit at the table, head of the table, eat his Christmas dinner, knowing full well that the temporary commode will completely and utterly fulfill any requirement that my father has. So have a nice Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year with some more top tips, joinery tips, well, household tips really. So enjoy yourselves. So there we have it, the temporary commode, which can be used at the Christmas table